Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Study with Soumya. In today's video, we are going to solve a coding problem. So as your TCS and QT exam is approaching and coding is an essential section for it, so just keep practicing coding. Make sure to watch the complete video. Also do subscribe this channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Do share this channel and hit the like button, right? So let's start with the video then. So the question says, Jess loves cookies. He wants the sweetness of all his cookies to be greater than value k. To do this, Jess repeatedly mixes two cookies with the less sweetness. He creates a special combined cookie with sweetness equal to 1 into least sweet cookie plus 2 into second least sweet cookie. He repeats this procedure until all the cookies in his collection have a sweetness greater than equal to k. You are given Jess cookies. Print the number of operations required to give the cookies a sweetness greater than equal to k. Print -1 if it is not possible. Input format is the first line consists of integers n, the number of cookies, and k, the minimum number required sweetness separately by a space. The next line contains n integers describing the array A, where ai is the sweetness of the ith cookie in Jess collection. So here in this input, 6 is denoting the number of cookies, 7 is denoting the kth value. So basically Jess has some cookies, for example 6, right? So he want all his cookies to be greater than this value, that is 7, right? As if mentioned here as well. So he want all his cookie to be greater than equal to this value 7, right? So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 12 we have, and you can see this 1, 2, 3 are not greater than this 7. So if in this case the value is not greater than kth value, so what he does, he applies a formula, that is sweetness equal to 1 into least sweet cookie plus 2 into second least cookie, right? Let us see here. So what he did, so in this particular input, which is the least cookie, that is 1, right? And the second least cookie is 2. So he applied the formula 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2, that is going to be 5. Now the new array is going to be 3, 5, 9, 10, 12, and you can see here 5 has been inserted at its proper location, right, after 3. So 3, 5, 9, 10, 12 we have. So in this new array itself, you can see 3 and 5 are not greater than equal to 7. So again he will apply the same operation, that is 1 into least cookie, that is 3, plus 2 into second least, that is 5. It is going to be 13. Now the set of cookies is 9, 10, 12, 13. So now you can see here that all the values are greater than equal to 7, right? So you have to determine the count of operations which took to convert all the cookies to be greater than equal to the given kth value. So here in this case, see, we took two operations, that is first we converted this particular array to this one, and then this particular array to this 9, 10, 12, 13, right? So total two operations we took, right? So this is what we have to do. And also they have mentioned if in the case it is not possible, right? So suppose we have only one cookie. So in case of one cookie, this condition is not going to be possible. So in that case, we have to simply return -1. So what is the approach that we can use to implement this problem? Let us discuss the approach and then we will implement the same using C++, right? Okay, so as I've mentioned, these are our array elements, right? So what we can do, the most basic approach that you must also be thinking, that what we can do, just take a loop. First of all, you have to sort your array, as if in the first input it is sorted, but maybe a case that your array is not sorted for all the remaining inputs. So make sure that sort your array. So this is our first step that we have to do, that sort the array, right? Next, what we have to do, so simply we can take a while loop and we can check. See, if your array is sorted, so we can simply check that if the first value of the given array, so if the first value is less than kth value, right? So if this is the condition, what we have to do, we will simply move inside the loop, right? And we will apply the operation. Which formula we have to apply? That suppose we have to apply 1 into least value, right, and then plus 2 into second least value. So we will simply apply this formula, right, and then next what we will do, okay, so first of all you have to take out these least values as well, right. uh, Maybe a case that your array is having one element only, right, one element only. So in this case, if it is this one element is even less than k, so we cannot do anything, just simply return -1. This is what we will do. Now after coming here, what next we have to do, so now we have to insert this particular element, that is x, at its proper location, right. Did you remember that after doing this particular operation for 1 2 3 9 12, we got 5, something like this, 3 5 9 10 12, right. So you can see here this 5 is inserted at its proper location. So again inside this we have to run a loop, that is we have to check that if the value of given array is less than our this particular element that we have calculated using this formula, that is x. So we will check while, suppose this our array is a, so we can simply run a loop that while a of I is less than x, so we will keep moving inside the loop and we will keep incrementing the value of I plus plus, and as soon as we got this condition became false, we will come out of the loop, and at the proper location that we have got, we will insert this value of x, right. So this is what we can do. Okay, so this is how we will solve this problem. This is one approach, but even I try to solve the problem using this approach, but it is running out of time, so I'm getting TLE, right. So now we have to think about much optimized solution, because this one is not working, right. For some like some of the test cases got passed, but the remaining didn't pass, right. So what is the most optimized approach that we can use to solve this problem? So simply you can see what we can do instead of doing this by using this array. So basically we are having vector array in our C++ implementation. We can simply use heap, right. So we can, what we can do, we can so let me discuss about the min heap approach, and then we will implement the same using C++. Okay, so first of all, you all must be knowing that using priority queue, I hope you know about priority queue. So basically it is kind of similar to a normal queue, but the only difference is that the elements inside a priority queue have some priority associated with them. And if talking about the heap, so in case of heap, it is having like the element having greater value is much prioritized than the element having less value, right. So we can use priority queue for this heap implementation, right. So you first we have to mention the data type, then we will simply use our vector array that is of int type given in the question itself. And see, if you want here, what we want here, we want min heap, right, because we want to compare with the top element. So that's why you have to mention here greater, that is of type int, right, and then the name of your priority queue, let it be v itself. And also we have to take care of the operations, so for this we will take a counter variable, let it be c. Now what we will do, so here we will check the condition, we will check our top element that is present at the heap. So we will check that while v dot top is less than our k value. So if this is the condition, suppose we are having 7 and our k value is 12, so we are comparing here. So you can see in the min heap, even is this first value is great like less than our given kth value. So what we can do, just move inside this loop, and then we will first of all take this, see the minimum in the minimum heap, the root element or the top element is going to be the least element, right. So what we can do, just simply take a variable and we will take the top of our heap, right, and we will store this in our x. Now here what we have to check, also we have to remove this from our heap, right. Now here we have to check that if after doing this operation, that is if we are having only one element, so we will check that if our priority queue is basically empty now, right? So we will check that if our priority queue is empty, so if this condition is true, we will simply return -1, right? So this is what we will do. And next, if this is not the condition, so we will take another. So now here you have removed this particular 7 elements. Suppose next we are having 5, so this is the least one. So we have removed this 7 one, so it has been removed. Now we have 5, so we will store this 5 into our y variable, v dot top, and we will also remove this element. So we will simply use pop function. I hope that you are aware of this pop, top, and all these functions that we have in priority queue. Now what we have to do, we have to simply apply the formula given to us. So we have new cookie equal to 1 into x, right? And then 2 into y. So x is holding least value and y is holding second least value. And now this particular variable that is holding the operation result, we have to simply insert this into our priority queue, right? So for inserting, we have a function push. So v dot push and ck. Now you don't have to do anything because it will manage, it will heapify the things and it will arrange the things. Now here you don't have to take the loop and compare and insert this particular nck variable at its proper location. So we don't have to worry about this. So that's why here for this particular solution, our time complexity has been reduced, and also we have to keep incrementing the value of this counter variable, right? And simply we will close this loop, and till the time this condition is true, this all these things will be happened and the counter variable value will also increase. And after coming out of this loop, we will simply return the value of c, right? So I hope you understood the approach, and in case of any doubt, don't hesitate, put your comment. I will try to resolve your doubt. So let us see the implementation of the same. So here let's take a priority queue, right? Priority queue. Now here we have to mention the type, that is of integer type. We are using our vector array to implement queue, and next we have to mention that we are using the min heap. So this, and here we have to simply mention the name, right? So we see here this vector array, that is a is holding the all the values, so we have to put all this value into our priority queue. So for this, just mention a dot begin comma a dot end, right? Now next what we have to do, let's take a variable c for counting the number of operations, and here we will check while v dot top is less than k. So if this condition is true, what we will do, let's take a variable x, and here we have v dot top value. Now we will remove this value from the heap using pop function. Now here we have to check the condition that if v dot top equal okay, or like v dot empty is equal, this condition is true. So if this condition is true, we will simply return -1, right? So -1. Okay, so if this condition is not true, then simply we will take a variable y. We will store the top element here. We will pop this element as well, that is our second least element. Now what next we will do, we will simply perform the operation, that is int nck equal to 1 into x plus 2 into y, right? And then just simply insert this nck variable to our priority queue and also increment the value of counter variable, and after coming out of this, just simply return the c value, right? So let me go through it once. Okay, so we are done, right? I hope you understood the code. Let us run our code. So it got accepted. Let us submit this. Okay, so it passed all the test cases, right? So if you have any other approach, do comment, because see, there is no shortcut for coding. The only thing you have to do is practice, practice, and only practice. Guys, keep practicing and give your love and support to this channel. Do subscribe this channel, hit the like button if you like the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.